your picture. Hello and good evening. My name is Subrahmanyam Garimella, and today I will talk about a prominent sector called high technology sector, which deals with material sciences and nanotechnology. But again, as you know what a material is, usually a material is a substance, often a solid, that has practical applications. I'm sure you must have heard a lot about nano. This is a nano buzz word that is going around in day-to-day life. Nano is nothing but a material that has got a very small size and has got extremely beautiful and important applications in our current day scenario. I will discuss more about nano a little later, but let's move into the material science and nanotechnology understanding. MSNT at UPES. Material Sciences and Nanotechnology at UPES. UPES has launched the first batch of students in the year 2011, and they have recently graduated from our Material Sciences and Nanotechnology. The degrees we offer currently are BTech in Material Sciences and Nanotechnology. Material Sciences and Nanotechnology is extremely an important branch, and it's a cross-disciplinary branch. That means it has got fundamentals from various branches of sciences and technology and engineering, and we try to see how to make use of it. At the bottom you will see a beautiful picture of UPES campus, both in the evening sunshine and as well as late in the night. We are located in Dehradun. I hope you will love this atmosphere here. So why materials? We see materials, mode of materials. Life is full of materials. These are the big stuff, the big, most important understanding, and most important materials are what we deal with every day. When we wake up in the morning, we pick up a toothbrush, although we don't feel like doing that, and then we start brushing our teeth, which are nothing but made of plastics and ceramics. And then we go and have a cup of coffee, that is again made in ceramic cups. We drink coffee in steel or ceramic cups or even paper cups. These days we are drinking mostly in paper cups because they are lightweight and easily disposable and perhaps could be recycled better too. And then we start wearing our clothes, mostly the jeans sometimes, which are made of rough fibrous materials, tough fibrous materials. And then we open our mobile phones. They are made of various materials. Laptops, they are made of plastics, metals, ceramics. There are many components inside. And eventually, if we end up having our breakfast, we have some salt or pepper. Salt is made of sodium chloride. Now, this is a material. If you look at it from chemical point of view, it is made of sodium and chlorine. But from a materialistic point of view, it is sodium chloride. That's all. It's as simple as that. But they have very important ramifications. In the age of materials, or in the current day scenario, if we look back how the human evolution has started, we moved from apes to the Stone Age, to the Bronze Age, iron, steel, and today we are dealing with computers and extremely heavy spaces applications. Sunaina, can you hear me? So we have started dealing with materials like rock, stones at the beginning of our evolution. And we have started from stones to kill animals, and we started using bronze, iron, steel, which we have used for various purposes like building bridges, cars. I will just hold on for a minute. The administration is taking care of it. So the main point, as Harsh wants to know, is how is material sciences and nanotechnology relevant in the current day scenario? Well, you should be a little more patient, and I'll get back to you on that. Amit?
Start.
कहाँ से? Oh, the same slides.
ऐसा शुरू करते हैं या फिर start?
So we use basically the physics, chemistry, mathematics, many other engineering sciences like electronics, computers, and then we try to develop many materials and try to understand how they can be put to use in our day-to-day life. If you have seen a lotus leaf, I'm sure many of you have seen a lotus leaf in ponds and parks. What you see is the water droplets on the lotus do not really wet the leaves. The reason being they are super hydrophobic and they have a waxy nature. And then the lotus, if observed under powerful microscopes, they have extremely small structures. These allow the water droplets to swiftly pass off on them and then they don't wet. Now, Nanotol is a product that was launched by one of the companies basing on the understanding of how a lotus leaf does not wet these things. So they have huge applications these days of material sciences and nanotechnology. Like we always see how the lizards actually try to stick onto the rooftops and then walk upside down like a Spider-Man. Now there are research scientists that are at Carnegie Mellon University who are trying to develop wall bots. These are simple nanorobots that actually perform tasks, something similar to walking upside down and then perhaps even more. We don't know. The field is very wide. If you see, if you had ever heard of some aeroplane accidents, one of the things that happened back in '88 was the hull of the aircraft was totally removed, has smashed out. And that's because the material that was used was not a good material in that. And so we, as material sciences and technologies and nanotechnologies, what we try to do is we try to incorporate, understand better materials, how they can be used, to create a situation where we are extremely safe and want to not only to be safe, we want to be extremely environmental friendly. In terms of civil engineering, what material sciences and nanotechnology can offer is we have intelligent materials and that can actually help in something technical, like if you want to see like how do you operate a microwave or a television, sometimes they can be used remote controlly. So that way, we want to make building materials that are user friendly. And these days, due to the time constraints, we want to build buildings or bridges at a rapid pace because of the developments that are happening across the globe. And so we need a situation where we can readily deploy these materials and start constructing buildings. The same thing happens in electronic industry. In corrosive materials or chemical engineering, there are many chemicals we tend to carry or we tend to do experiments with. And corrosion is a very, very hot topic these days. More than $2 to $3 billion of money is lost because of the corrosive nature. We see rust being continuously not helping us in day-to-day life. We tend to throw away our vehicles sometimes. In fact, I remember one of my motorbikes got rusted out because I put it in a salty and sea atmosphere for a few months, and then it was of no use. So a material scientist has the opportunity to look at all these different branches of sciences and engineering and take up and study them and then understand. So because no engineer, no other branch of engineer actually goes without using materials, so we do have a clear-cut advantage in doing these things and studying and understanding these things. That's why a specialized course like material sciences and nanotechnology is extremely useful in the current day, in the 21st and 22nd centuries. I'm sure you must be all knowing about materials, the various types of materials. I don't need to introduce much on this, but for example, if you look at the electronic industry, the lasers, they are made of NdAg materials, neodymium materials, and then there are supersonic trains that are based on magnetic materials, and then the nuclear materials based on uranium and thorium, and then the biomaterials that are based upon various ceramics that are present in many of the sea urchins or many of the snails that you see. We tend to see how nature is actually using these things and helping themselves, so that we can actually try to mimic these things and then develop and synthesize these materials. Satyam, I will get back to the placements a little once let me finish these some of these material sciences and nanotechnology part, and then I'll get back to the placement scenario. Don't worry, placements are pretty good. Material sciences, and how are material sciences being used in a day-to-day life? We see that when we have a general understanding of any material, we have to look at the structure, what it is made of, the composition, and then what properties it has, and then can we synthesize them, and then if we synthesize, how the performance affects. But in the current day scenario, in the 21st century scenario, in addition to all these four parameters, we have to keep in mind the customer, the industry requirements, and how the industry and the society requires in what way these materials. So we have to design and create those better materials. Otherwise, these materials, whatever we do, they'll be left inside our own laboratories, never making or seeing the day at the end of the day, never coming into the mainstream of life. For example, if you see, the computers were built about few decades ago. It so happened that these computers were like, they had huge vacuum tubes that were like buildings, very big buildings. They are put inside big buildings. Today, the modern laptops, iPads, these are all very small. So the evolution had happened. The changes, these things happened because of the definite understanding of the performance of these machines, as well as how the customer wants them these days. A major aspect of material sciences and engineering we try to focus in our course structure is the metallurgical science. This has got various components in it. The physical metallurgy, in which you deal with the structure and physical properties of iron, perhaps aluminum composites, many of these things. The mechanical part deals with the deformation behavior and understanding, because if you tend to use some of these materials for robust building, for robust construction of aircrafts, then they have to withstand some of the toughest and extreme conditions. And then we deal with the corrosion parts in the electrochemical understanding, and then we try to see how to, in industrial or technological scenario, how to extract these materials from the roads, and then how to get into a particular shape, and then we try to process them and then try to build things from there. Now, having spoken about material sciences, there is a the other sister branch of material sciences is nanotechnology. It's a small stuff, materials that are very small in nature. Now, how small is small? Extremely small. Nanotechnology is nothing but a science and technology of extremely small particles. They are about roughly 3 atoms long. If you see a pea, it is about 1 centimeter long, and then as you go to a human hair, it is 1 micron long, and then if you go into looking at atoms, they are mostly in angstrom units, but if you have 3 or 4 or 5 atoms together, they come to around 1 nanometer. In fact, majority of these nanomaterials are found in our biological systems like red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles. An interesting thing is, you may be fascinated to know the fingernails grow at a rate of 1 nanometer per second, but you can't see them. Nano is small and nano is also extremely great. Why is small great? Small is great because of what we require, not only of what we require, but they are also stronger and they are also lighter. Ancient civilizations knew about this. I'm not sure how many of you had actually visited a cathedral or a church. If you see on the top floor, on the roof of the cathedrals, you will see beautiful paintings that have got beautiful colors. Now, ancients knew about this. So we are trying to look at some of these things and then understand what the previous technologies or previous civilizations have done. And in addition, with our advancements in science and technology, we are trying to incorporate and develop materials. For example, the bulk gold, if you take a big piece of gold, it is yellow in color. But if you take nanometer sized golds and if you disperse them in a particular solvent, they have huge varieties of colors that are shown, like they go from bright or dark red to almost violet in color. Now, how are these nanoparticles of gold used? They can be used in photodynamic therapy, in diagnosis, in catalysis. Like you can see, if I can send this nano gold that can actually be sent into some rat or some other living organism, they attach to a tumor or a cancerous tissue, and then we send radiation and then try to diagnose or even destroy eventually. So these are the possible applications of nano gold. For interest in other things is like nano silver is also widely used in many of these things, and research is still continuing. So it is a very dynamic field. Another important thing is carbon. We have known that carbon exists in various formats: graphene, graphite, diamond in fact, and it has got huge amount of applications. Like carbon, the current day graphene can be used in biological engineering, optical and electronics engineering, ultrafiltration of water, photovoltaic solar cells, energy storage for storing maybe hydrogen based materials. So the field is wide open, and we have just entered into this. We are exploring it, and we should explore more and more so that we make use of all the important ramifications of material sciences and nanotechnology. Now, saying that some of these things have already forayed into the market, like the carbon nanotubes have been incorporated to make baseball bats, and there are socks that are stink proof, that they are actually coated with silver nanoparticles. And then there are some other nano repellents that are actually nano clothes that are actually made of some coated by some nano whiskers that are attached to the fibers that actually repel liquids and water, so that if you pour some coffee onto you, it doesn't really attach to the fabric and it gets automatically cleaned. There are many various applications that are being developed and are slowly coming into the market. They'll come soon. As a whole, the role of material sciences and nanotechnology is present in not only in one field, it is present in almost all the fields. In aerospace engineering, like if we want to use material sciences and nanotechnology, we try to use some of these materials like carbon nanotubes or composites or fiber reinforced plastics to make better frames for security. And in food and agriculture, recently we have seen some food products that have got contaminants. So if we can develop some nanosensors, then we could actually see that some of these food products, if they have any poisonous substances, then they actually change color maybe, and then they actually help us in not consuming them. And advanced materials like again in rocket space buildings in which you can use some of these materials in energy and environment, where you can have, like I mentioned and showed you earlier, where you could have carbon nanotubes or some other materials where you can store a lot of hydrogen based materials, so that you could actually use them whenever you want. So if we are giving you a choice of understanding of material sciences and nanotechnology, and if you come and meet us, then there is a suite of subjects. You have foundation courses that deal with thermodynamics, making you extremely strong in the basic thermodynamics of materials. That is actually a foundation course, and there are other courses that deal with Then there are domain-specific courses that teach you metal extraction, principles of steel processing, and there are particulate processing courses in the domain technology of our branch. And in the specialized courses, we have Introduction to Nanotechnology, which deals with what nanotechnology is all about, more in detail actually. And then the characterization techniques, because we need characterization techniques because we need to see what we have synthesized at the end, and then we also need to test them, what they are used for, actually, what they could be used for, basing on which we have a variety of courses, foundation courses, domain-specific and specialized courses for you. We have excellent laboratory facilities. We are continuously adding up new instruments, extremely costly, and instruments that are brought from India and abroad. We have metallurgical lab. We have material testing laboratories with us. We also have well-developed nanotechnological facilities. The one you see in the bottom middle picture is an X-ray diffraction from Bruker from Germany. We got it today and established it today. And we have atomic force microscopy to see nanoparticles, and at very high resolutions, in fact. And we have various other instruments like microscopy, spectroscopy. We have Fourier transform infrared spectrometers, photoluminescence spectrometers, and then we have polymers, testing materials. We have furnaces. We have metallography sections that I had shown you earlier. There are extremely different, wide variety of materials that we have with us, and we also have a laboratory that is especially devoted to corrosion studies. We have salt chambers and those other instruments that you could actually come and test and learn things a lot. Finally, coming to one of your queries about the internships and career opportunities, many of our students are undergoing or have undergone trainings at Institute for Chemical Technology, Bombay, L&T Baroda, Tata Steel, BHEL, Mahindra and Mahindra, DRDO. Some of them went to the government labs like ICT Bombay and DRDO. These are top-notch labs in the country. And the career opportunities are present in metal and steel industries, in the defense sector. As I had shown you, the role, wherever the role of material sciences and nanotechnology is present, you will always have plenty of ample of career opportunities, because we have just started understanding the role of nanotechnology, and they can be used in different, widely, you just can't imagine. The field is so broad and open. It can be used from cosmetics to aerospace. And then if you want to pursue taking this as your background career. These are the top prizes in and around Dehradun, and not only in Dehradun but across India as well. We have a lot of societies that we have developed, and we are still adding more and more societies so that the students broad exposure. They get a broad exposure of material sciences and nanotechnology from different, in fact, these things. Thank you very much, and I will get back to your questions now. Rakesh, let me go from Rakesh. The scope of CSE and LLB in cybercrime, computer science and cybercrime. See, as you are using more and more computer, although this is not the time for dealing with CSE and cybercrime, but I am just telling you, because as you see the developments of computer science and technology, then there is always, we are trying to misuse a lot of these facilities, and then so there is always a law that is required to actually deal with the CSE and LLB. There are more, in fact. The average salary is about roughly 4 to 5 lakhs, I think, and the maximum could be somewhere. There are students who have got more than 10 lakhs per annum too, and it again varies from branch to branch. Yes, Harsh, automobile engineering is doing pretty good in our department here. We also have automobile engineering. But then, as you see, most of the MSNT nanotechnology can be rust proof. So you can always find placements in terms of automobile industry, and the industry is just opening up to these new ventures and new possibilities. I'm sure as you move further in the next 4 years, then there will be a lot of scope for this branch, and the placement scenario should be extremely excellent actually. Shivanshu, CSE with graphics and gaming is a new branch, so is it worth studying here? I'm sure, it's definitely a great branch, and if you have all the passion, I'm sure you can do a lot of gaming and, graphic designs. And moreover, the CSE department is well established, and I'm sure they can help you if you can directly contact them. I have spoken Harsh Kariswal about average placement. It is Kasliwal, Harsh Kasliwal. Average placement is about, I'm not sure if you're asking about the salary structure, but the salary structure is about roughly 4 to 5 lakhs, and then, the average structure. But majority of, the higher end could be like more than 10 lakhs per annum too. The chemical engineering placements are also good. Petroleum and gas they also have excellent placements. That's what I had come to know. And the placements are, for other branches, maybe the students are still getting placed. Our placement session is until usually the 31st of July. Microsoft and Oracle. I think the CSE department will give you better feedback on that, Satyam Chaturvedi. But I'm sure they are coming back. They come here. We have excellent facilities set up by IBM here. Vikas Solanki, I cannot answer your question. I think it's better if you can talk to the individual department. Arpit Dubey, I already spoke about CS plus LLB in the past. In IPR, I guess you are talking about the intellectual and patent rights. And as we see the computer science and LLB, if there is a lot of since there is a lot of development in terms of computational software and hardware, there is always definitely a law. If you do not behave properly with some of these things, then there is definitely a lot of scope for these things. Yeah, intellectual and property rights and patent rights. It depends, every branch is good. It depends. Kashish Malhotra, you're asking a question about CS, mechanical or petroleum. It depends upon your interest. Every branch is good. There is no such thing called this is a good branch or a bad branch. It is your passion that actually takes you further. Miss Sony, I am not sure how much rank did the mechanical rank went into, but if you could contact the department or maybe a little later, I can give you a specific answer. Mechanical, we got really excellent students last year. We have an excellent branch of students from the first year. Those are in the second year now. How can you, Vikram Solanki, sir, how can I contact the department? See, if you could go to upes.ac.in, then there is definitely, you could look up for the mechanical department or any other department, and then you can always drop an email to the head of the department or any faculty, and then we'll always get back to you on that. IBM is the prime player we have with the with the collaboration. I'm sure the other collaborations are also explored. Subham Sharma, sir, where can we get some idea about? I think you should talk to the individual departments as well as the counseling section. They can provide you better understanding about the actual rank or the cutoff, what you are talking about. Kaustubh Sinha, I think the cloud computing mainframe. Like I said, this is not I'm perhaps not the right person to talk about that, but I'm sure the cloud computing and mainframe, they are very well developed here in our university. We should be getting a lot of scope for that. Is there any specialization in tool engineering and mechanical engineering? Uday Raj, Dhillon, there is no such thing called tool engineering, but if you are interested, you can always do an internship on that, a project on that, and then you can always, do your final year project and then get exposed to the various tool design engineerings, and then, you can always get placed with that. Angad Ravikran Singh, I am, sir, tell about aerospace at 7,000 rank. I'm sorry, like I said, this is not pertinent topic, but I think you should contact the counseling and the placement sections, and then they can provide you better feedback about your rank and if you could get a admission here. Kashish Malhotra, you say that you won't be able to come, but I think you should make it a point to come and visit, because that will help you a lot. Vikram Solanki, yes, you should always make efforts. This is your career, and we are all here to help you. You should always come here and then explore all the branches, in fact. Kaustubh Sinha, I have told about placements and packages. There are some branches in management and other branches where the students are getting more than 10 lakhs. There is a lot of scope, Shubham Sharma, for nanotechnology, materials engineering abroad, for higher packages. Yes, there is a lot of scope for that. In fact, the field is just starting. The field has just started emerging in the last 2 decades or so, and then there is a lot of scope. As the countries are developing, as the times are changing, the nanotechnology has got extremely large scope. I strongly suggest you to visit the campus and talk or discuss in person. Boris Sahu, do talk about the placements in mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering, we have about 70 to 75% placed in ADE, and somewhat about similar in ADE and IPE, and also in mechatronics. Afnarola, sir, how many seats are available for petroleum streams? That I am not clear on that, but like I said, you must always contact the individual departments. Kashish Malhotra, I already said that. Yeah, someone perhaps can, visit the counseling process on your behalf, but I strongly advise you to, I strongly advise you to come and talk in person and then be aware of the scenarios. The same thing goes with Ram Thakkar. Kashish, then maybe you could immediately call up, and Ram Thakkar, you could immediately call up and then find out from the counseling sections. Rakesh Kumar Sharma, CSE versus MSNT, depends upon your passion. In fact, in material sciences and nanotechnology, you could also do computational simulations of the materials. We have faculty here. You could always come and learn. You can do your internships on that. There is a lot of scope of computational material sciences. I'm sorry, the questions are going too fast, so sometimes I'm trying to miss, but I'm trying to give as many answers as possible. Kaustubh Sinha, you can very well go to upes.ac.in and then find out about all the branches in CSC. Sampath Seshadri, yeah, Dehradun is only like 6 hours away from Delhi. You could always come here, the campus is beautiful, you'll enjoy, and then you can come and visit and then see with your own eyes what is going on here, and then I'm sure you will love it. Kishle Ranjan, I think you should contact the department again. What is the closing rank or the cutoff rank? I believe Arpit Dubey University Hostel is available on first come and first serve basis, and perhaps also on the rank. But again, I advise you to go and attend the counseling section, and then they will help you in this process. Vipul Sharma, like I already mentioned, in mechanical engineering, we have about 70 to 75% of the students being already placed, and then the placement scenario goes until the end of July. So we are still in the process. We still have got 45 more days with us. Gagan Vashisht, CSC with banking, 1700. Looks like a pretty good rank you have. I'm sure you must be able to get it, but I still suggest you talk to the department and attend the counseling. Kashish, yeah, there is usually the cutoff list is usually prepared, but I'm not aware of it, so maybe you could understand that from the counseling section. Sonal, could you tell me more about aerospace, aeronautical, its placement and scope? Aerospace and aeronautical have, I'm sure there is a lot of scope, because as you see, as the aerospace industry is growing, we have launched Mangalyaan this year. Few years back we have launched another, some of the rockets onto the moon. So this, from a government, there is a lot of scope on. Not only launching the fundamental research, aeronautical and all these things. So there are. Shivanshu sir, when will be the classes starting from the 1st of August? Sunaina, I am sorry, but your rank looks pretty good, 1100 rank. I'm sure you must be able to get petroleum upstream, but I still reckon you to talk to the counseling section. Tanmay Gupta, tell about the petroleum. Petroleum has got a wide scope, upstream, downstream, and other parts of the engineering. And then petroleum, as the country is growing, we are trying to explore a lot of these things. So I'm sure you must be having a lot of scope on this. Sweetie Sony, yes, the counseling section happens in Delhi. You could always clear your doubts, and before doing those things, I suggest you to go through the website of upes.ac.in so that you will get a broad picture. You'll understand how many varieties of courses we have, all the way from MBA, management, engineering, law. Ranjit Prasad, any scholarships for students who got more than 90% in board exams? I don't think we have any scholarships for that. Afan Raula, I already answered. I think petroleum engineering with almost 8,500 rank. I'm not sure, but I think you should still attend the counseling and find out. Some of the industrial visits, people are going to Microsoft, IBM, and then in fact we have a lot of other industries that are perhaps taking students. And I don't know much about the details, but I think the CSC will be giving you a better picture if you contact the computer science department. Sampath Sheshadri, the first year engineering syllabus would be basic fundamentals of physics, chemistry, engineering. some basic understanding of various areas, and then from the second year, usually the core subjects or the domain specific subjects will start. Kartik Chetri, I don't think there is any financial assistance provided, but again, I ask you to contact the counseling on this. Maybe if you are exceptionally good, I don't know, but if you are exceptionally good, maybe there is some financial assistance provided too. Sonali, BSc in any course, engineering, and BTech in any course of engineering. BSc in engineering, I don't think there is any BSc engineering anymore in India these days. It is all BTech. Please provide your email addresses so that, if I am unable to get back to you on this, we can always get back. The administration or me, one of us or some of us from here will get back to you. Please post your email. I repeat. Parveen Bhatia, the cutoff, it's difficult to say. It depends from various branch to branch. Please post your email addresses. In chemical engineering, you use Miss Veena Puri. I think you are asking what is the difference in syllabus and approach of chemical engineering, material sciences engineering. In chemical engineering, you study mostly about the fluid mechanics and chemical reaction engineering, chemical process engineering, instrumentation, process control. These are the subjects you use. Whereas in material sciences, you tend to synthesize materials and try to understand. But in fact, there is a good link between chemical engineering and material sciences too. The average package for mechanical engineering from UPES is roughly about 5 to 6 lakhs. Is there any chance of changing my branch after counseling? Harsha Kasliwal. I am afraid I don't think you can change your branch after counseling, but maybe you could, again, like I said, you could always find these things from attending the counseling. Ravi Teja Perry, demand draft. I suggest you to call up the counseling part, and then they will tell you on which hostel you can actually write the demand draft. Please leave your email address and we'll get back to you on that. Sampath Seshadri, yes, your parents are most welcome. In fact, you are also welcome. I suggest you to strongly come and attend it too. What is the return policy if I take a seat? Ram Thakur, I am not sure about that. But please leave your email, we'll get back to you. If there are any questions that I am unable to answer at this point, then you please leave your emails and we'll get back to you on that. Will the scholarship continue for all 4 years? Kartik Chetri. If there is any scholarship that is provided to you and if you perform exceptionally well, then the scholarship should continue. Exceptionally well, and if you have a scholarship. What is the average package in CSC with specialization in oil and gas informatics in UPES? Like I said, Kishleranjan, like I said earlier, the average salary is about 5 to 6 lakhs in almost all the departments. Sampath Seshadri, please leave me your phone number or email address and we'll get back to you the counseling section's phone number on that. Pulkit Khandalwal, petroleum at UPSC is excellent, CSC is excellent, almost all. You must understand that We have excellent branches. These are branches with highly sought after by the companies, very well established laboratory facilities, but you have to perform. As long as your passion is there, I'm sure you can find placements from anywhere, from any department. Parveen Bhatia, UPS Computer Science, how different from others? So UPS Computer Science has got lot of specializations, and that is how it is different. Mostly you see computer science and engineering everywhere, but UPS has got extremely different varieties of these branches, so as to make you fit in the industrial domain. Sonali, yes, you can always prepare for aerospace, aeronautical, science becomes, science and technology, they always become interdisciplinary after you go for higher education. So even if you study aeronautical or aerospace at the beginning, you can always, or avionics, you can always move into some other branch in your higher education. In fact, nothing stops you. Harsh Kasliwal, sir, please can you make a presentation of branches like aerospace, automobile, petroleum? I'm afraid I can't do that, but there are presentations that are already made, Harsh, on this. So I'm sure you must be able to find a lot of information on these things too. Ravi Teja Peri, can a South Indian student adjust in UPS Dehradun for 4 years without homesickness? Hey, Ravi Teja Peri, there are a lot of South Indian students here. They are enjoying. They are learning and enjoying here. Homesickness, the world is becoming smaller. It is shrinking every day. It's hardly 10 hours. You go to Delhi from here 6 hours, and then you can take a flight and go anywhere in South in 2 hours. So you need not worry about homesickness. In fact, I am also from southern India. Ram Thakkar, I will take a note of it. We need a webinar on petroleum. Sure, I will pass on the information on this. Sampath Sheshadri, yes, nothing stops you from visiting Dehradun if you want to visit Dehradun, but if you want to visit UPES, yeah, you are by all means most welcome. Ram Thakkar, like I said, I'll definitely pass on the information on a webinar on petroleum. Sure, I will do that. Okay, Afna Raula, I'll pass on this information. Vipul, again, like I said, the average package is about 5 to 6 lakhs per annum. Arun Goyal, my rank is 7,300. Fine, and what is the average package? Mr. Goyal, the average package for almost all the branches is about 5 to 6 lakhs. And regarding your rank, I always suggest and strongly tell you to contact the counseling section. Shreya, I'm sorry, I cannot say what rank you may get for 6,600, but I suggest you to attend the counseling. Pulkit Khandalwal, if you need some proof of 5 to 6 lakhs per annum, see, you can always come to the counseling section and then talk to our placement sections. They will always show you the proof. David, what stream would I get for 2,200? David, this is not a counseling scenario today. I'm not dealing with counseling sections here. But I ask you to please come and talk to the counseling section when it is happening, either at your place or in Delhi. Vikram Solanki, please leave your email address so that we can get back to you regarding the counseling section phone number or contact address. Shreya already answered your question. Afran Raula, average package for petroleum engineering, I already mentioned. So once you contact the counseling section, I'm sure you will be getting a full picture of as to how many students are placed and where they are placed and what is their package is, what is the maximum and what is the average. Sonali, please leave your email address. We'll pass on the information to you regarding the counseling section. Shreya, I guess I already answered your question. Arpit Dubey, should I go a day before? Yeah, why not? Why don't you come a day earlier and then take a look at Dehradun, take a look at the campus, and then or wherever you are going, and then you should always make preparations a day in advance. Kartik Chetri, I think I already answered your question. It is difficult to say what department you may end up getting here with a rank. I'm sure 2776 looks good, and maybe you should attend the counseling and then find out on your own. Yeah, Arpit, you can always come before the counseling. Pulkit Khandalwal, how much is my salary at UPES if you want to join UPES as a professor after BTech? Pulkit, there is no way a BTech student gets a professorship at any place in the country or around the globe. You always have to do higher education. Okay, Solanki, your email address is noted. Shivanshu Saptarishi Ghosh, please provide the counseling check. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Sweetie, Sony, yes, you can always visit the counseling center, perhaps a day earlier, but that may not give you a full picture because the officials are usually there on the counseling day. But again, you can spend time, and if there is somehow, even in fact, if you can contact them earlier, then they may provide you some information based on which you can prepare and come and talk to the officials. UPS doesn't have a management quota or direct admissions, right? Direct admissions do not depend on management quota, they depend on your rank, if I understood your question correctly. Manish Kaushik, which branch is better, aerospace or automobile in placements? Both are two different things, but both have good placement records. Kartik Chetri, you must always come prepared with what are all the with all the documentation and the requirements. So if they ask you to bring a DD, then you should always come with a DD in your hand. Parveen Bhatia, All India rank of UPS, we are ranked 16 in the private universities and 60 amongst all the universities, including the government and the private. So we are pretty well placed, and we are only few years old. Arpit Dubey, if you are attending the Delhi center, then I think you should submit your DDs at Delhi. Shreyas Reddy, with the rank of 1,80,000, can I get a branch in BTech? I strongly advise you to come and talk to the counseling, attend the counseling. Okay, Sonali, added your email. We'll get back to you on that. Arpit Dubey, like I said, you must contact the counseling, or if you leave your email, we will get back to you on whose favor the DD should be drawn. Dwari K, the CSC IT branch will be better able to explain you about the BTech LLB. I can give you only a superficial understanding. Jay Prajapati, sir, my rank is 11,865. Yeah, you must definitely venture to attend the counseling and then see. There is not one particular branch. We have so many different branches of engineering in various sectors. So I'm sure you must be able to get one. Ram Thakkar, I have always heard that government colleges provide better placements. No, that is not true. Maybe there are some government institutes that provide, but we are doing our very best, and then we always provide placements depending on your performance. Shivanshu Sharma, will the original documents be submitted in counseling? I don't know about that, Shivanshu, but if you can leave your email address, again we'll get back to you on that. Parveen Bhatia, facilities at UPES. We have excellent facilities in almost all the branches of engineering and sciences. Oh, Shreya said 18,000 rank, not 1 lakh. Okay, you put an extra zero, or maybe I read it wrong. See, when you are asking too many questions, so it becomes difficult for me. But yeah, you better find out from the counseling, Shreya. I think you should attend the counseling. I strongly encourage you to attend the counseling. Arpit, I will pass on the information. arpitdube0201@gmail.com. Okay, we'll try to forward the information as soon as possible. Vipul Sharma, is hostel facility available for all students comfortably? Hostel facilities are not available for all the students, but there are excellent facilities. You can live with other students, know other students better around the campus in paying guest scenarios. And then this is what engineering is all about. Engineering is not only about studying, engineering is also knowing about people around. Pulkit, it depends upon your qualifications after higher education. Swapnil Shrestha will see as gaming and graphic will help me to get in VFX, filmmaking, video, special effects in industry. Yes, I'm sure you must be able to get that, but again you must talk to the CSE department. Ram Thakkar, what was the doubt again? I cannot recollect. Manish, like I said, aerospace placements can be dealt more detailedly about from the aerospace department. I am sure you must be talking to them. Miss Parveen Bhatia, sports facilities. Yeah, we have a lot of sports facilities here. We have excellent cricket, basketball, volleyball courts, and there is a shooting academy nearby. You could also join that if you want to learn pistol shooting, rifle shooting, all those things. Sweetie Sani, sure, your email address is noted and it will be sent by the UPS administration. Vikram Solanki, the UP, if you attend the counseling scenario, you must be getting a lot of ideas about the placement scenarios and the records. You're welcome, Arpit, Shivanshu. Someone is asking about ranks and their placements or the branches they get. Like I said, 5,300, 7,300. You must come and attend the counseling. Yeah, sure. You must serve your nation. After all, there are a couple of advantages in staying in a hostel campus. You will interact with people, a lot of people. In fact, there is nothing wrong in staying outside too as a paying guest. But staying in a hostel gives you the scope of having a decent atmosphere in terms of food and also facilities. Tushar sir, please send me the contact number of the Delhi Counseling Center. Please provide your email address. Tushar, Arpit Dubey, yeah, that's great. You have taken a virtual tour, but I suggest you to strongly come and take a personal tour. Kartik Chetri, you can get placed in aerospace. Where can I get placed if I study aerospace from UPS? You may get placed in ISRO. Indian Space and Research Organization. Thanks. The 66, what are the chances? Cloud computing, Disha, your rank looks pretty good, but then I think you strongly ask you to come and attend. I'm sure you must be able to get some good computer science branch. Miss Parveen Bhatia, last year's cutoff, I cannot say that. I don't have much information on that. And counseling, you are requested to attend the counseling and clear your doubts. Yes, like Chirag is saying, you must attend and then clear all your doubts. Please mail me the last year cutoff of ranks for various courses in UPES. I do not have the records at the top of my head at this point, but I am strongly encouraging you to come and attend the counseling. Shreyas Reddy, yes, I advise you, I strongly advise you. Who knows? This year you may get it. David Winnie, yes, we have MTech courses in different branches. In mechanical, we have pipeline and engineering. And rotating equipment too. Arpit Dubey, I'm not clear on how many choices, but I think you must be given fair amount of chance. Arpit, please recommend according to your perceptions and views. What is the question about which I need to recommend? Arun Goyal, yes, we have noted your address. The administration will send you the email. You're welcome, Sonali. Kishle Ranjan, Rajiv underscore, okay. Last year closing rank in BTech Petroleum before 23rd June. After all, we do organize lot of quizzes. In fact, some of our students are winning competitions. A couple of students from MSNT have won about ₹1,00,000 last about couple of months in quizzes. So now regarding extra classes, if there is a chance we do that, but odd hours may not be possible. But what we strongly suggest you is, you always keep in touch with the faculty, and then you are most welcome to clear your doubts. Perhaps, during the hours when the faculty is not busy. Raviteja Peri, I'm sure a fresher should be getting an accommodation in the hostel. Boris, UPES, we are a National Builders University. We have core courses. No other university in India has these many and these varieties of core courses. So definitely we are the best in this. Harsha Kasliwals are leaving the hostel on campus. Are there any other private hostels affiliated with the college outside? Yes, I think there is a list of private hostels and paying guests here. The administration will be helping you if you could come and attend the counseling and then talk to them. Karthik Chetri, if I only want to attend counseling, will I be able to do that? Yes, I'm sure you want to attend the counseling, and I also believe once you attend the counseling, you may even want to pursue your education with UPES. Disha Jain, sir, my rank is 2166. What are the chances to get CSC with cloud computing? Disha, I'm sorry to, I may not be able to provide you a clear picture on this, but your rank looks pretty good. So I strongly advise you to come to the counseling, and then hopefully you'll get the choice of your course, that is in cloud computing. Satwat Krishan, sir, is UPS better than DIT Dehradun? If so, then please compare CS in both institutions. Satwat, I strongly advise you to visit our website. We are a very, very big university with lots of different facilities and branches. Not only in CSC but in other branches too. Affenrola, sir, who remains in more advantage at your campus, a hostelier or a non-hostelier? It depends, Affenrola. If you are at hostel and you still don't study, then if your question is regarding how you score and what is your performance, your attitude counts. In fact, I lived in hostels all my life. Many of us have lived in hostels all our lives. So, and we have stayed away from hostels too. The more hard work you put in, so the more advantage you get. Abhishek Singh Chowdhury, hello sir, can you tell me which branch should I take according to today's time? Abhishek, there is no particular branch. All the branches are core branches here. We have these branches basing on the industrial requirements and also for higher education. So I'm sure you will get a lot of benefit. Do not choose a branch basing on some marketing times, but you choose your branch basing on your passion so that you can excel. Ms. Bhatia, I'm not sure about Google and Amazon, but I believe most of these companies should be coming up, if not now, but at least in the future, if they haven't already come up here. When the courses are allotted the same day. Arpit, I'm not sure about that. Ms. Dolly Banerjee, what are the placements regarding BTech LLB course? Ms. Dolly Banerjee, I already answered this question. The placements are pretty good. In fact, we are having an average salary of 5 to 6 lakhs in most of the departments. I strongly suggest you to come and meet the counseling section. Arpit, sure, we will send that email to you. Shreyas Reddy, is there any access? There could be some web counseling, but I ask you to personally come and visit. That's great, Arpit. Then you are going to fit very well in a hostel life. I'm sure you must be doing great. You are welcome, Abhishek. Disha, both petroleum and CSE are good for higher studies and research. Both of them are good. Again, it depends on your inquisitiveness and your ability. Both of them are good. Dwari case are in BT. I already said the future is, but you must put Harsh. Okay, I will see that you will get your response through emails. Okay, Harsh, thanks. Sir, I have got 655 rank. Do I have chances of getting applied petroleum fields? Your rank looks very good. So you may be able to get it, but you please come and attend the counseling. I say that. Satwat Krishan, I cannot say the highest package offered, but it was more than 10 lakhs, 10-15 lakhs, more than 10-15 lakhs. Abhishek Singh Chowdhury, yes, you can get the information about the private hostels and or the paying guest facility providers from the counseling scenario, from the counseling section. Arpit, I am sure you are a bright boy. Sir, can I get the details? Yes, yes. Miss Disha Jain, I'm sorry, there are a lot of questions, so I do not remember your question again. If you could post it, then maybe I'll get back to you on that, or one of us from here should be able to get back to you. Abhishek, yes, you can get the details of the private hostels or paying guest facilities around the campus and in Dehradun city. Arpit Dubey, if you are bright and hardworking, I'm sure you may be able to get into Bidoli campus. Manish Kaushik, most placement branches after petroleum. We do have cutoff for UPES examinations, but again it depends. Disha, there is a lot of scope for petroleum and CSC. In CSC, computer science and engineering, you can have a lot of scope for higher research. In petroleum, from petroleum you can go into chemical, from chemical you go into chemistry, from chemistry you can do advanced catalysis research or material sciences. There is a lot of scope for higher research. Arpit Dubey, DD in whose favor? Please leave your email. Maybe we'll get back to you on that. Vipul Sharma, I don't think the hostels are easily available, but they are available perhaps on first come first serve basis and also on your all India rank. I'm assuming, but again, if you could leave your email, we'll get back to you on that. Dwari K, master's degree after BTech LLB advisable. It is highly advisable to pursue higher education. I strongly advise you, or maybe you can go and work for a couple of years and then go for higher education once you get a better scenario about the market. Dwari, then if you want to do which field, then it depends. Let's assume that if you have worked for a couple of years in an industry and then you think that industry is not what you like, then you can always pursue higher education in law. Ms. Parveen Bhatia, the paying guest facilities are pretty near and it depends how far you want to stay from the campus. Mr. Boris Sahu, Bidoli is in Dehradun, and so there is only one campus in Dehradun, that is we are located at Bidoli. Khandoli is, there is another campus, Bidoli and Khandoli are side by side. Arpit Dubey, I don't know. If you are sending me the address, I don't know, but I think you should contact the counseling section. Miss Dolly, I think IPR, intellectual and property or patent rights, is lot better, but cyber law is also good. If you are sharp enough, maybe you could catch criminals. Miss Parveen Bhatia, Chitkara or UPS, we are the best in our field. Disha, Miss Disha, yeah, sure, we'll get back to you. I think you asked about the research questions, or if you can come and attend the counseling, we'll be able to provide you the details. No, we are not tolerant of drugs or liquor on the campus. And the moment we get an understanding or an idea, if someone is misbehaving on the campus, the students are thrown out. And severe punishment follows. Shreyas, UPS on par with BITS and Manipal? Yes, we are on par. In fact, we are better sometimes because we have core courses. Now I answered this question already. I remember. How is the mechanical engineering course at UPS? We have excellent facilities in mechanical engineering. We have some of the best faculty available. The placements are pretty good. Arpit, you have to prepare DD. Okay. There are so many questions. So, no, we'll definitely get back to you on that. Please leave your email. Miss Disha, Miss Jane, I strongly advise you to come and attend the counseling. Both CSE and petroleum engineering have very good placements. But again, it depends on which career you want to make your mark or which career you want to pursue. Take your time, think, come to the counseling, decide and stick to it. Abhishek, your rank is, sir, my rank is 11,857. Will I get CSE with specialization in IT security and cyber forensics? I strongly advise you to attend the counseling, Abhishek. Now I already mentioned the placement scenario is pretty good for mechanical engineering students. Arpit, please leave your email address. Okay. Now the highest package is perhaps in mechanical engineering is about, if I recollect it correctly, about 8 or 9 lakhs. If I recollect it correctly, I may be wrong on this. The highest. Ms. Dolly Banerjee, sir, if you can please repeat whether IPR is better or cyber law. In my opinion, IPR is good, but again, if you have a knack or interest for law, then I advise you to take cyber law too, because computer science with cyber technology is advancing at a rapid pace, and we need lawyers to deal with any situations in terms of cybercrime. Ms. Disha Jain, which is a more preferable specialization, cloud computing or its cyber forensics? Ms. Jain, I think the CSE IT department will be able to tell you better on this. Cloud computing or cyber forensics? Yeah, I strongly advise you to please attend the counseling and ask some of your related questions. Abhishek, I'll come surely. Yeah, great. You must attend the counseling. So at what, if we are, like you said, I know you will say UPS better. Yes, UPS is better, but including the placement aspect, since we are better, we have better placement services. Mr. Shashwat, I hope I have cleared your answer. Ms. Disha Jain, can we get details of the course at counseling venue? Yes, very much. Now Kaushal, thank you. Now what is the cutoff for mechanical engineering at UPES? It is difficult to say, now I don't remember exactly, but like I said, we have some very bright students, and I am strongly advising you to come and attend the counseling. The cutoff again varies each year. It varies each year. Abhishek, sir, are the placements in CSE of your university good? Yes, overall we have very strong placement record all over the university. Now Kaushal, your rank is 1,20,000. So can I get mechanical engineering at UPES? I cannot comment on that, but I advise you to come to the counseling, attend the counseling. Jasjot Singh, sir, I was ranked 7,600 in UP set. I think you have to score 60%, Jasjot, but your rank looks good. So I think you should still come and attend the counseling, so that if there are some seats that are available, maybe you may be finding a chance to enter. That I am not sure, but the counseling department provides a better answer to these things. Soma Kashyap, sir, which one is better, mechanical or CSE? Both are two individual different fields. It depends on your interest and inquisitiveness. Both are good. Mechanical engineering is good. CSE is also good. Vikram, sir, I have 15,000 rank. Is there any chances of getting into UPES? If it's there, then I should attend the counseling traveling all the way to Delhi. Vikram, like I said, it is difficult to talk about any cutoff or anything. It varies from year to year. It varies each year. So I strongly advise you to come to Delhi. And then we have an additional campus in Shillong too. So who knows, maybe if not here, you can always go and join there. Abhishek Singh Chaudhary, approximately how much percentage placements are done every year in CSE? It depends upon the students and the eligibility. More than what I have come to know is perhaps about 90% of the students are usually placed. Mr. Subrahmanyam, sir, all the way I have to come to Delhi for counseling. Will my daughter can get set for APE? Her rank is 17,000, but her cutoff is 191. Sir, if possible, please try and contacting the counseling right now. Or if you could leave your email address, then maybe the counseling section will provide you an answer to this, so as to save you from traveling if you are doubting. It's 12,000. Now, okay, 12,000. Yeah, Miss Jain said, what are the scholarships if I get 96% PCM and 2166 rank? The scholarships are few, but I say the counseling department can provide a better answer to that, Disha. I do not have much understanding on the scholarships. I'm sorry about that. Dwari, sir, at 14,000 rank, I got 620 ties. Is any branch available for me? I'm sorry, I cannot understand your question. Now it's 12,000. Like I said, it's very difficult to give you a clear answer. The things keep on changing every year. So please attend the counseling. Do not miss a chance. Who knows, you may get a chance. Thanks, Arpit. I hope to see you on the campus. Soumya Kashyap, will I get CSC with specialization in cloud computing with my rank 17,111? Soumya, I am not clear. The rank looks pretty big. But like I said, the counseling each year varies. The rank scenario, the cutoff scenario varies with each year. Boris Sahu, Dehradun or Shillong? It depends, Boris. If you like too much of nature, then Shillong is better. If you like nature as well as quick access to other parts of the country, then Dehradun looks better. Now we are recording a 75% percentage of students getting placed this year, but our placement session is continuing until the 31st of July. So you may get it. Mr. Bal Subrahmanyam, it's difficult to say, sir, about the petroleum upstream, about your ward or child getting getting the admission. But like I said, please leave your email and we'll definitely get back to you, or if you could leave your phone number, we'll get back to you on that. You are most welcome, Vikram. Sure, we will be able to send you most of the information if you could leave your email address. Jasjot, it is more like, information processing, you will get a lot of information. So you will get to know other students, you will get to see, and then you may also find out what exactly is the procedure and the hostel facilities, the surroundings. I hope I am clear on that. Arpit, yeah, please leave. Jasjot, I think I answered your question. Jay Prajapati, thanks for the webinar, sir. Yes, great, thank you. I hope you understood something, and I hope I gave you some information. I hope you will make this information useful. Afenrola, Rashika, Madan, okay, your email address is noted, Rashika. Abhishek Singh Chaudhary, can I get the contact number, email of the council? Yes, please leave your email address and you will get the contact number and email. If you could leave the contact number and email, we'll definitely get back to you with more information. Okay, Mr. Adepalli Balasubramanian, sure, we'll be getting in touch with you soon from the counseling section. And now please leave your email address and then we'll get back to you. Or else if you can if you can leave your email address, then we'll contact you. We'll contact you, or now we'll contact you if you can leave your email address and phone number. Satwat Krishna, comparing CSC and mechanical, interest in CSC, but our CSC to business IT companies, whereas that's a good question, but again, it depends. If the mechanical companies are having some computer software requirements, then you may be definitely getting placed in that too. Ms. Soumya Kashyap, yes, I strongly suggest you to attend the counseling. Vivek, Vikram Solanki, yeah, sure, we'll get you a reply on that. Mr. Balasubramanian, sure, thank you, we'll get back to you. Mr. Boris, oh, thanks. Ms. Disha Jain, thank you. I am sorry, could not understand, but if you could leave an email, then we'll get back to you on that. Great, Rashika.
Thank you.
Yes, one final question, Ms. Disha Jain. Sure, we will be getting back to you if you could leave your email address. And I am closing this session for now. Please leave your email addresses and I will get back to you. Thank you very much for your time and we hope to see you on the campus soon. Okay, Vikram, Disha will get back.